I don't know if our next guest is aware. You put her name in Google, and then the first word that pops up right after her name is millionaire. Mina Kimes from the worldwide leader in sports from ESPN joining us here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Mina?
I'm relieved that it's that and no longer height or weight or husband. So,
is that right?
Millionaire.
I did not know. Honestly, I wanted to make sure I had everything correct about your ability to make money for charity. And it pops up Mina Kimes Millionaire, and I thought to myself, is ESPN paying better these days? That's amazing, you know. But this has been a great few days, Mina, to see your face and your name associated with something so great, because you were David Chang's phone a friend, and I want to start with that before we get into the ball talk here. How long do you know David? The history here.
It's been about a few years. I've actually been friends with Alan Yang, who was his in-person friend. I don't know what the designation for that is, but he was helping him early on.
Okay.
Who is a television show writer and creator. He created Master of None. So we've been friends forever, and I've met David through him and sort of the Asian Illuminati, which is a real thing. We're trying to get Kyler Murray into the Asian. He is Korean, and the Koreans proudly claim him, but he's not really Asian Illuminati yet.
Okay.
But Rams safety Taylor Rapp's in there, but yeah, David's in there, and I've known him for a really long time as a result of that.
Hines Ward has got to be a Hall of Fame member of that Illuminati, correct?
OG, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I'm fascinated by this stuff because I might love game shows more than I love sports. So, and cash and prizes, and obviously great moments like this one. So, do you have to be on hold when you're a phone a friend, or on a landline, or something like? What is that? What is required of a phone a friend from Millionaire?
You just get a window of time, and they tell you to be ready. And so much time had elapsed that I figured David had gotten knocked off the show because I'm not there, I'm not watching. So I was honestly relieved, Rich. Right. I was like, thank God. My worst fear was that it would be a sports question and I would get it wrong, validating, millions of men in my Twitter mentions forever. But I'm sitting there waiting. Time goes by. All right, I'm going to have lunch. And then, boom, phone rings, Jimmy Kimmel, game time.
So it's not even someone from the control room saying Jimmy's coming on. It really was phone rings and, hey, it's Jimmy Kimmel? Really?
It's surreal. It's the real thing. It's Jimmy Kimmel. I thought I was being punked.
Okay, then let's walk through this here. So then the question's about the first president in the history of the White House to have electricity in the White House, even though he and his wife refused to touch a light switch for fear of being electrocuted. That was your question, right?
Yes.
How did you get this right?
That's it.
Mina?
So I didn't know off the top of my head. I just went by timeline because I knew Edison, the electric light, was late 1800s.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So like end of the century. So I ruled out Grant and Johnson. I really had it down to two.
Okay.
So I was not at all confident in Harrison, but I knew Harrison was president at the end of the century.
So you, to use the Millionaire parlance, you winnowed a phone a friend down to a 50-50, and you just took your shot. And by the way, you got that 100%. under like 2 seconds to spare. You almost didn't get Harrison's name out, which would have been just the worst phone a friend ever, to be honest with you.
I know. It kind of kept going, Rich. I would have said it's probably Harrison, but I'm only 50% sure. But literally, it stopped right after I said the word Harrison.
So when did you learn that you did get it correct?
Well, I hung up, then I went over to my computer and looked it up, and then I was relieved. I didn't know David had took it, but I knew I wasn't, the worst friend in the history of friends. That
is so cool, Mina. I mean, and then of course the $1 million going to an amazing cause, helping people in David's industry and people who are in need. That's so cool. That's got to rank up there for you, Mina. That's great.
David's terrific. He's done a ton of work for the restaurant industry, which, has been hit so hard amidst the COVID crisis. And, it was just to see how happy he was being able to hold that many people was really validating. Yeah,
at Southern Smoke TX on Twitter to check out the terrific cause that David is fronting and that you helped make a ton of money. So congratulations on all that. And I love your mom chiming in. Who's got a better Twitter game, you or your mother, Mina?
It's very upsetting, honestly. It's kind of like first I thought it was kind of like a Marcus Vick scenario where I was like, all right, we don't really need like my mom in the spotlight this much. But she's very wholesome and pure. She doesn't have a mean bone in her body.
Right.
So naturally, she's a perfect fit for Twitter, right?
Right.
It's only wholesome tweets about Tottenham, the soccer club, and retweets of me. That's the entire thing.
I love it. I think we didn't waste money on your tuition. That's a very good response right there from your mom. Your mom, the Marcus Vick of Twitter. I don't know if that's going to ever happen, but that's funny. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.